triple thick. No, I'm not talking about me. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. What is it? Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. I'm not going to take up much time today, but I did want to answer a question that came up a lot when I mentioned this in a video. Triple thick. What is it? Some of you already know, but some of you who might be fairly new to paper crafting, you might not have heard the term triple thick. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera. Let's talk about it. All right, so this is my triple thick, and I put some in the smaller bottle. I don't have the original bottle that it came in, but I do have a picture of it on the screen right now so that you can see what it looks like. What I'm using comes in a liquid form. It is a very thick glaze type substance. That's why it's called triple thick. It is not like Mod Podge or anything like that. This really does harden to give you a nice glazed finish. And you can see it on that one, and here I don't have it, so it's very flat. But what it does is it adds a little raise to your project, and it gives it a nice hardened top. Why would you use triple thick? Well, you can use triple thick for a variety of reasons. If you want to accent something on your project and you put some triple thick on it, it's going to give it that sheen, that glaze, that elevated look. If you wanted to take something like some chipboard pieces and turn them into charms, you can do that with your triple thick. I'm just going to punch out this circle here, and I will go ahead and punch out "We wish you a Merry Christmas," because you can do it with a variety of sizes. And I'm also going to zoom in so that you can really get a closer look at what I'm doing. So I have really zoomed in, and I'll give you another look at this triple thick in the bottle. You can see how thick it is. This is my bottle of Reptile adhesive. This one has a more translucent look when it's in the bottle than my Reptile adhesive does. Now, I'm not using this as a glue substitute. It really serves as more of an accent. Remember, glossy accents is similar to that, where it's going to give you a nice glossy look, and it's going to create a little bit of dimension. And then we can take these and we can turn them into charms or whatever you want to use them for. Everyone has their own way of doing it. For me, this is the way that I do it. It might not be the way that you've seen others do it or you do it, but I like to start on the outside, and you can see how thick that is coming out. And then I just sort of work my way into the middle. And what I like about this is it tends to be self-leveling. So if you're on a level surface and you put it down, it's going to level. So I am just going to put that down. And if you see any air bubbles, you can take a pin and just go in and pop those air bubbles. But you can see how I have that translucent coating on that. I'm going to do the same thing with this piece, but this time I'm just going to start here. And just bring it down as I go. Just making sure that I try to get the same amount. And I'm just going to add it. Like I said, everyone has their way of doing it. So if my way isn't working for you, do your way, one that you know always works. But if you're new to the world of triple thick, go ahead. When you get yours, if you decide to get some, go ahead and play around with it. And I have a little air bubble right here. So I'm going to take the tip of my pen and just go in and pop that bubble. Now, I don't concern myself with it being too perfect when I place it down. If I have some spots that don't quite have that triple thick on it, I'm just going to leave it alone. So what I normally do when I'm working with triple thick is I will go ahead and just do as many of these as I decide I want to do, and I'll let it sit overnight. This will start to harden. How long it takes for it to totally settle depends on how thick of a layer you put on. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my pen, put my pen back in the hole, put this back in the bag, and we will let this dry. Now, the next time you see me, I'm probably going to have on a different shirt because I'm going to let mine dry overnight. All right, y'all, so through the magic of technology, we are back with our triple thick project, and my two pieces are completely dry. So these actually ended up sitting for about 3 days because unfortunately, after I did the first half of this video, I developed a raging sinus infection. I had a cold a few weeks ago, thought I was over it, and then just a few days ago, everything turned. So this ended up sitting a little bit longer than I normally let these sit, but it's no big deal. It's not going to hurt anything. But I'm going to hold this up so that you can see that glaze on there. And it's called triple thick for a reason because that is nice and hard. And then we have this one that says Merry Christmas. Hopefully you can see that. And it is a nice little circle. Now I have already gone around the edges of this one with my handy dandy little nail file, but I'm going to do it around this one as well. Now these are great. You can use them as tags for a bag or a box. You can use them as the centers. Depending on the size, they would make a great center for a rosette. Like this one would be a great center for a rosette. So I'm just going around and I'm smoothing out the edges because I did pop these out of a chipboard ephemera pack. And they had those little prongy edges on them, so I am getting that all cleaned up. And then I'm going to take my gold marker. Got this from the Dollar Tree, and y'all, it works very well. And I'm just going to go along the edges and place this gold just to make everything look nice and pretty along the edges. So triple thick is a product that you can use on so many different things. I just happen to use it here on these chipboard pieces just to introduce some of you to it who might never have seen it before. But you can see how my edges look. You can see that I have a nice piece of triple thick covered ephemera here. I just love the glaze on this. I can't believe that I had forgotten all about triple thick. But I am going to take this and I'm going to bring in my Crocodile Big Bite, punch a hole like that. Then I'm going to take just a little bit of twine. We're going to take our twine and put it through like this. And then I'll loop it through. And now we have a nice little tag for a gift. You can do this with so many different things, but you can see just how easy it is to create these fun little tags. And then here on the back, you can write to and from and just hang it from your gift. Like I said, on this one, I would certainly use it as the center on a rosette. You can also use it as a tag, but I wanted to make sure that I answered the question of what is triple thick and what does it do? So for those of you who do have triple thick, glossy accents and things like that in your stash, and we haven't used those in a long while, go ahead and pull them out and have some fun using them. For those of you who are new to triple thick, give it a try. Just make sure that when you open it, you seal it so that it doesn't get hard or gunky. And when you seal the top, add a little bit of baby oil or some type of oils so that it will make it easier for you to access your triple thick the next time you want to use it. So I hope that this video has been helpful. If it has, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, y'all, these are the types of things that we do. We don't just craft. We look for ways to make crafting even better. And I would love to have you subscribe, so hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful crafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.